faith in it. Good evening, everyone. We are live on 104.1 WXRWLP River West Radio, your favorite live at 5 every Monday, Interstellar Vision, Intellectual Minds.
Interstellar Vision. Intellectual minds. Interstellar Vision. Honoring this living. Use the voice I'm giving. Benefiting billions. Interstellar Vision. Honoring this living. Use the voice I'm giving. Benefiting billions.
Don't know where I'm going, don't know who am I. Trying to get my praise, so I look up to Most High. Saying that she love me, I know she wasting time. Trying to find my vision, looking in the sky. Don't know who I am, so I'm praying half the time. So I'm interstellar, I'm about a mind, space, time. Trying to continue to be the best that I can till the day that I die.
Interstellar Vision. Honoring this living. Use the voice I'm giving. Benefiting billions. Interstellar Vision. Honoring this living. Use the voice I'm giving. Benefiting billions. Giving all the light that I have, cause that's what we need. You can tap into better halves that bleed. They come from the souls of majesty. Erase all the pain and tragedy. I'm glad that you're here and you're next to me. I pray and repent for the wrongs I've seen. I gave every cent to my wildest dreams. I live for myself in reality. Interstellar Vision. Honoring this living. Use the voice I'm giving. Benefiting billions. Interstellar Vision. Honoring this living. Use the voice I'm giving. Benefiting billions. Interstellar Vision. All my days alive. Interstellar Vision. All my days alive.
All my days are alive. All our days are alive.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are live 104.1 WXRWLP River West Radio, your favorite live at 5 every Monday, Interstellar Vision, Intellectual Minds. We are here with a fantastic guest and media personality who has definitely helped uplift Milwaukee's brand, keeping it uncut. With Milwaukee Uncut, we got Richie Burke. What's the word, brother?
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'm honored to have you. Very grateful that we aligned at JMAT's event.
Hashtag Milwaukee, yeah.
Yeah, which was a really successful just networking session for myself personally. I hadn't gone to a JMAT event in a decent amount, or hashtag MKE, in probably over a year or so. And then I just happened to see it because Xavier reposted it. And so we went together. And then my guest from last week was Catherine Broyce, who I had met there. She runs Accelerate 45. She's amazing. That's where I met Martin Moore of Said No One Ever, who I recently had on the show here also. And he actually had Cost donate like 15, 20 headphones to my upcoming youth talent show.
Oh, nice.
So it was just an awesome night, and then we connected as well. And you know, I was familiar with your platform, and then I also got to learn that evening that you do more marketing work outside of that as well, which I'm excited to just dive into a little bit of your story and hear about who you are. So first off, born and raised in Milwaukee?
Madison.
Okay, Madison.
Yeah, I've been here since 2007 though. I went to school here and just hung around after. Didn't leave.
That's fair. What university?
I went to Marquette.
Okay, that's love. What was the study?
It was marketing.
So it fit.
It did fit. Yeah, I mean, I took like I wasn't the best student. I took a door-to-door sales job while I was still in college and learned a lot getting said no to probably like 90 times a day, and that was good too. But yeah, I loved going to Marquette and had a great experience there.
I'm sure. Hard not to at Marquette. There's a lot of ample opportunity around in every way, on the entertainment fun side and also, of course, on the education side. Let's talk a little bit about your door-to-door experience briefly. And, you just shared you learned a lot of lessons by being rejected 90 times a day. What are some of those lessons that you learned from that type of experience?
I think I learned I kind of liked it. I liked being out chasing something. So even though it was difficult and it was very nerve-wracking to walk into places unannounced and they're not expecting you, and you're trying to sell something to someone on the clock. And we were selling like discounted brewer ticket packages for, I think it was a little bit of a third-party pyramid scheme type company at the time. Looking back, but the tickets were legit, and people got to go to the games. They were real games. Yeah, it was an interesting company, but yeah, a good experience. I think learned how to sell and communicate, and just deal with a lot of rejection. Which I think if you're starting anything and trying to get it to a next level, and anyone deals with a lot of that, and it's not easy. But the more you can just push through, the better.
Of course, the more you can push through, the better is a great general advice, and that's probably for anything in life. However, for somebody who is really struggling with the fear of rejection, where do you recommend that they start building themselves, or just start in general in order to be able to handle that properly?
I think everyone's a case-by-case basis for sure, but I think starting small. So doing something a little outside of your comfort zone, which for someone it could be showing up to an event like you referenced earlier and having to say hi to someone and start a conversation. For someone else that might be something completely opposite. Like I have some anxiety issues too, and some claustrophobia issues, and sometimes I'm working on those and they get a lot better, and sometimes I'm not. So like, for example, right now I'm getting in more elevators and things like that, which, makes me nervous, but it's not like I'm trying to go into a really old one and go to a top of a skyscraper right now, right? I'm going to a hotel by my house and going like 1 to 4. So I think with anyone, it's just kind of starting small and realizing it's not that bad, and then progressing from there.
I want to stick with the college days for a second as well. And of course, the real world is different than studying, yet there are beneficial pieces of information that we can learn through higher education. What are some of the best lessons that you learned practically from school that you still use today with your marketing?
Like in the classroom?
In the classroom, I will accept either. I was leaning the question towards in the classroom, but so funny in my head, I was like, or outside, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was there back in 2008, and there was definitely, I took a sales class there, I took an entrepreneurship class there. Those were good professors, and very applicable to what I was doing. Obviously on like the social media side of things, not much of that was getting taught back then, and I think a lot of it's going out and doing and learning off of that. But yeah, I think in the classroom when we had to dissect case studies and go up and give presentations in front of people, which it was, you got to put something together and present. That was nerve-wracking to do at that point in time and developing those skills, that was helpful. And I think just having some structure too. If you're working some jobs on campus and you have to show up to class at a certain time and get stuff done at a certain time, I think that's helpful as well.
When it comes to your career path, did you envision it while you were in college that it would come to be where you are today?
No, not at all. So I basically graduated college and started a daily deal platform. It was called Go Get It. And I did that by going door to door to small businesses. And so it was like a Groupon living social type site. If you're familiar with that, I'd go to local businesses and try and get them to run a pay $10, or pay $20, get $10 off type of deal, at 20 for 10. I'd sell it on my website and do that. And that did all right. I think we worked with 100 businesses and had like 15,000 subscribers in the first year, but it wasn't making any money, which is a problem in business. I'd chase a bar owner around for a few months and sell 120 for 10s and scrape $3 off each one. And it was not, I think it was good execution on not a very good business model, but learned a lot. So no, I didn't necessarily have a vision for my career turning into kind of where we're at right now. And then what we started doing was we started shooting videos and running social media accounts for small businesses back in 2012 and got a decent response doing that, and then cut the deal site and pivoted into doing marketing services back in 2013. And that's kind of how I got into that world and got into podcasting in 2016, had an old show, and then ended up launching Milwaukee Uncut in 2023, which is pretty much where most of my focus is now.
You said that you learned a lot of lessons during that time when you had the bad business model but good execution. Any particular suggestions that stand out or lessons that stand out from that time?
Yeah, I think doing maybe vetting people you hire is a good idea. I had some employee issues at first. One was pretty wild. It was I hired two people when we pivoted into an agency, and the first woman I hired, had to end up letting her go after about 6 weeks. Some stuff happened, and then the other guy, who was a little older than me, I think he was 35 or so I guess a little younger than I am now, but I was 23, 24 at the time. He was an ex-football player. I was just amped up and ready to go. I called him the freight train, and he was a one-man wrecking crew. He was doing all sorts of stuff, and then we ended up signing on some car dealerships in the area, which was a huge break because we were working with all these small businesses, and it's like, oh, they're actually going to pay us a few grand a month. We're going to shoot commercials that are going to be on TV. Like, this business might actually work because you're struggling to get it off the ground. And he was in charge of running the shoot, and I wasn't sleeping well the night before. I was really nervous, and my phone started vibrating at like 4 a.m. And I never answered unknown numbers, but I did then, and picked it up. It's like, hello, this is the Milwaukee County Jail. Will you accept this phone call? And yeah, the guy running the shoot was in jail, chose to go out and have a good time that night in Milwaukee in March on a Tuesday, which I guess this is a Monday in April, kind of comparable. If you told me to go out and have 10 drinks tonight, I would not know where to go, but he found a way, and I was his one phone call, so I ran over to the county jail and got him out the next morning, but our big shoot was canceled and postponed because his car was towed with all the equipment in it. And yeah, it's stuff like that happened at the beginning, but good things happened as well. But I think just the people around you make such a big difference in whatever you're doing.
I want to talk a little bit about adversity as a whole, because I think that people could look at where you are right now and say, oh, he has it so easy, or, oh, it came out of nowhere, or, it must have always been good, and it must have always been this way. And I know for sure that it's a journey process, and we've even started talking about the journey a little bit. But if you could just kind of share your perspective on how to handle adversity and the reality that it's not always easy when you're building something, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, I think a couple things on that. I think we live in a very airbrushed society on social media, so people are just seeing most people's highlight reels and what's going good, and not behind it, or the rejection and the waking up in the middle of the night wondering what's going to happen, and all of that a lot of people go through who are starting anything, or just dealing with certain things in life. With Milwaukee Uncut, people think it took off right away, but I started a show in 2016 which did decent but never broke through on social media, and we had to shut that down and pivot the marketing agency because we lost some major accounts and that was going downhill. So we pretty much put everything we had into starting Milwaukee Uncut and Storymark Studios in 2023 and launched that. And I thought Milwaukee Uncut was going to take off right away. I believed in the brand, and we had a good lineup to begin with, and I put it out, and it was pretty much crickets at the beginning, and we ran 6 episodes, and then we shut that down in like August of 23 and didn't release anything till December, but built up a backlog of content, changed our video format. So, we kind of shut everything down, launched some new stuff, failed at that new stuff, and then relaunched. And then we started seeing a little bit of momentum, and then, just kept trying to get better at that and keep learning and keep improving and growing it. So it's people asked when I started the show, and I've kind of been doing it since 2016, kind of 2023, kind of 2024. So it's been a lot of iterations to get it to where it is now, and we obviously feel very fortunate to be able to do what we do and get the amount of attention on the city of Milwaukee. But it's taken a little while.
Last question before the first song break. And it's been a great conversation. So, once you have already built something that is successful, as Milwaukee Uncut has as an example, it could be easy to maybe lay your foot off the gas or lay your foot off the pedal, as people may say, and just get lazier and all different types of, again, adversities that come your way. What are your suggestions for being able to keep success once you've obtained it? We're gonna pause on the answer. Okay, we're great. Thank you.
That I think one thing is it's important to be passionate about the work, or I think anyone's going to burn out relatively quickly. So like if you're just chasing a certain milestone of maybe it's financial success in business, I think if you're not really passionate about what you're doing, it is easy to not stay as motivated. But what I love about Milwaukee Uncut is I think it has a really good mission. It's bringing Milwaukee and Wisconsin together through non-traditional news, entertainment, and experiences, and giving back and putting smiles on people's faces. And there's a lot of negativity out on social media, and we try and create fun, positive content that is humorous or supports local business, and align our partners with that, and also give back to the community. So I think we've got a good team that and good partners, and I feel really obligated and responsible to deliver for everyone involved. And I'm excited about what we do, so I think it makes it easy to keep pushing.
I love that. That's such an amazing point. Being able to do something just because you love it and because you see a purpose in it, and that I can just say for myself personally, I've been making music since 2012, without massive recognition.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to do it. I do it whether I was paid to do it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is some sort of, at some point you get to a level, well, there is some business in here. I can't give everybody a free show. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't give everybody a free verse or free content creation strategy and so on and so forth. But, when you do love something, you're going to do it because you believe in it. And It's a magnificent point.
Yeah, and I think too, it's like you don't have to love everything about it. I'm sure there's parts of making music that you do that are very tedious. Like people see what we do on camera and it looks really fun, which that part is. But you know, a lot of the time is editing the videos and behind the screen and something like that. But I think I and the team get a lot of joy out of, you know, creating something and putting it out there and having a lot of people, you know, engage with it, or businesses reach out because, you know, a bunch of people came in because they saw the video, or going into a random place and reading through the comments. And the videos are fun to put together, and the people we get to meet along the way and places we get to go. So, yeah, I just feel fortunate to be doing it.
I love it. Well, we're fortunate to have you doing it, brother. We are going to take our first song break of the day. Let's go ahead and tap in with Kiba. We got Dead Man Walking.
Giving you space, but in my dreams we conversation from time. I wonder if you'll get my tattoo covered up from the sky. A little jealous and possessive over you, lot of me. Sometimes that's how I show affection, been that way since a kid. So many things we grew to cherish, we became the reason. You said the words I used to hurt, you were the worst in the stick. Forgive me for my childish ways, no I can't act like a kid. Hope you hold close to you my love and that you never forget. I know he probably treats you right, and that's why we're not talking. I bet he opens every door and holds your hand very often. I bet he tells you what you wanna hear and you make him promise that he'll always keep his word to you forever, be honest. But if he ever breaks your heart, he's a dead man walking. 6 feet for you, I'll lay him in a coffin. 6 feet for you, I'll lay him in a coffin. He'll be a dead man walking, walking, walking. Dead man walking, walking, walking. He'll be a dead man walking, walking. He'll be a dead man walking, dead man walking. Ooh, ooh. Lately the universe been sending me signs, telling me let go, I should move on and thrive. I go out weekend after weekend, I try, but I feel weak and guilty with you in mind. And the liquor don't change the fact that you moved on and I'm alone. Wishing I could see your name pop on my phone. Do you even think about me anymore, or is the feeling gone? I know he probably treats you right, and that's why we're not talking. I bet he opens every door and holds your hand very often. I bet he tells you what you wanna hear and you make him promise that he'll always keep his word to you forever, be honest. But if he ever breaks your heart, he's a dead man walking. 6 feet for you, I'll lay him in a coffin. 6 feet for you, I'll lay him in a coffin. He'll be a dead man walking, walking, walking. Dead man walking, walking. He'll be a dead man walking, walking. He'll be a dead man walking, dead man walking. Ooh, ooh. Ain't no way, 'cause I'm already hooked on your love. Ain't no way, 'cause I'm going to sleep at night and I'm missing your touch. I'm pulling away from what it could be. I ain't missing your touch. I'm pulling away, 'cause I'm going to sleep and I'm already missing your touch. I'm running, 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 running. I'm running, y'all, running, running, running. I'm running, y'all, running, running, running. I'm running, y'all, running, running, running. I'm pushing away, I can't let it be. I'm running from you and I'm running from me. My head's in the race, my heart's in the lead. I'm running from you and I'm running
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? That was Kiba. We are live on 104.1 WXRWLP River West Radio, your favorite live at 5 every Monday. Interstellar Vision, Intellectual Minds, hanging out on episode 125 with Richie, Burke of Milwaukee Uncut. So let's go ahead and have some fun story time for a minute. Even just this past month, right, when you first came in, and I said, well, what's been exciting for you over this month? Beloit, Yelich, and the Three Sheeps beer.
Yeah.
In Sheboygan.
Yeah. Love Sheboygan, your hometown.
Yes.
Your hometown.
Sheboygan.
And Three Sheeps. We launched a tropical pale ale with them last July. And did really well. Had like a pre-order. It sold out and was in 65 places. So we're running it back this year with the Three Sheeps team, and I think it'll be in a bit more places around Milwaukee and Wisconsin again this year. So that'll come out. The order window's done, but it'll be out July 10th ish. Don't want to throw out a huge date on that, and then. Went to Beloit. We do get to do some stuff with cities around Wisconsin where we go there and check out a lot of spaces and do some videos. And I love the team down there. And it's only an hour from Milwaukee. And there's a lot to do. It gets doesn't have the best outside reputation, but the whole downtown's beautiful. It's been rebuilt over the last 10, 15 years, and some nice hotels, restaurants, really nice baseball stadium. Just some good stuff to do there. And Christian Yelich. He was our episode last week. It was really cool to have him in. A super, super nice guy. Got to talk some Brewers baseball, some Bob Uecker, his time in Milwaukee and things like that. So, yeah. Yeah,
a fun month. And as you shared, restarted in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
The 2016 time, how long did that run from 2016 till?
The old show?
Yeah.
It was called The Go-Getters. It ran from October 2016, and then we shut it down probably toward the very end of 2022.
Oh, so it was running.
It was running. I don't know what our total episode count was. Maybe, probably in the 200 to 250 range, if I had to guess. It was most weeks over that 6 years.
Tell me.
Maybe every other week in some circumstances with a few breaks there. I bet it was
I want to hear your perspective on knowing when to let go of something and, something that you love, something that you created, and when to transition and how to rebuild.
I think I'm bad to give advice at this because I usually let go out of desperation and wait too long to let things go, whether it's relationships or business ideas or this employee's not working out and I should let them go, but I don't want to have that conversation, so I'm probably not. I've been through a lot of that, so maybe I'm qualified. With that show, we could just tell that it wasn't doing as well. Downloads were going down, and it never really broke through on social, and then our marketing agency was going down, so we chose to move. Our lease was kind of up, and it was either basically quit and do something else with my life, or kind of put what we had into Storymark Studios and launch Milwaukee Uncut. And Bree, who's my fiance now, she started working for me about 4 years ago. So it was kind of in her earlier period with the company, and we went through a lot kind of together at that point in time, just transitioning everything and moving and trying to redo the business essentially and pivot it. And I'm glad we got through it and hopefully don't have to do that again soon.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
Because you built something. And as you said, I think one thing you said that I can relate to is the relationships that I have that I respect and appreciate, and the people that are more or less, maybe not the right word, but depending on me, counting on me, or at least hoping that I have something to offer to them that is going to make their life better. And it ties back. I really love especially how well you have it articulated, the mission of Milwaukee Uncut, and just uniting Wisconsin in a fun way, and putting positive content on social media.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the changes that you made from the previous podcast to now that you feel like have allowed you to create more success?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we relaunched the show in 2023, and it didn't take off the first 6 episodes, even though we had a really good lineup. Mayor Chevy came on, Steve Novak and Travis Dean, or Tommy G came on. It was DJ Shauna, which was very nice of all them to come on. I think I kind of tried to cash in all the networking chips I had out there for the launch, and then it didn't do much. But when it started taking off, we had a different video format, a new editor, and the short form content started. It looked different than anything else that was in this market, and I think we were just better at that than anyone else, and that's what got it going.
I love it.
And then we saw what would work and got kind of clues on what that would be, and then just kind of kept getting better and trying different content formats, and some failed and some didn't, and it's just constantly learning, and that world's always changing too. So we're constantly trying to just get better at that.
Speaking of people that I've seen on the show, and I know I brought this up to you the night of, and the work, not only have you had Mayor Cavalier Johnson on, but you've also had Mayor Tommy.
Oh yeah, dude, Tom does a lot of stuff with us.
Yeah.
Now. He's such a nice guy.
Excellent person.
He is.
High character.
He is. Just a good vibe all around. And a really smart guy too. I mean, people just see him dancing on TikTok, but he's, in case anyone was wondering, genuinely good dude, and smart guy. And Sonny, we do some stuff with him as well, and those guys are both great. So it's been cool just obviously having guests on the show, but just bringing other kind of creators and personalities into the mix in some of our video content and stuff like that.
What are some of your favorite scenes that exist in Milwaukee?
Like places or videos we've done, or?
Ooh, I was not going to go to videos done, but I'll accept that I was going with places. But I will also accept videos done or any combination. Just kind of open, what do you love in Milwaukee? I'm sure it's a massive amount of ideas that come to head. So whatever's flowing for you.
Whatever's flowing for me. Well, I think in some of our videos, there's a comedic twist to it. So some stuff that's fun to feature is shooting at the Walker's Point roundabout or the Walgreens on Brady, or stuff like that. And then also showcasing just amazing places in the city. I love the lakefront. I love Hot Spell Sauna, which was open all winter. You could jump in Lake Michigan and do that. I love South Shore Park in the summer, or Seven Bridges down by Grant Park. Love the lakefront area. There's so many good bars and restaurants in Milwaukee. We just did a video over at Bryant's, and then went to Mothership in Bayview and Tenuda's and in the Wiggle Room and on a Bayview date night. But there's so many good pockets and things to do around the city and outside of it as well. Stalis, we did some videos in Stalis. I think Stalis is on the rise. We haven't done much in River West. We did Locust Street Days, the beer run, a couple years ago, which was a lot of fun to do. But we should do some more stuff up here. I like Amorphic, the brewery right by here. They make really good beer. But yeah,
Black Husky, are you familiar with?
Oh yeah, I've been to Black Husky several times.
I'm a fan of the Black Husky.
Yeah.
I don't know. You just said you did Locust Street Day. Well, first off, yeah, I mean, personally, River West is easily one of my favorite neighborhoods in the city.
We need to do more up here. We haven't done a ton recently.
There's so much here, man. There's so much, whether it's Nessun Dorma around the corner, beautiful cafe, restaurant, just opened up. Somebody just took over Company Brewery.
Oh, really?
And it's called Diaspora now.
Is it a brewery or is it something else?
It's I actually just learned about it today from our radio manager, Zav.
That's good news. That was a good spot.
Best ranch in the city. They really had the best ranch in the city with the tater tots.
Dude, don't lose all respect for me. I hate ranch.
That's okay.
And Bree loves it. My fiance.
That's cool.
We got opposite tastes, but
I have no nothing against people that don't like ranch.
Some people get fired up over that.
Oh, that's hilarious. But no, it really was the best. And in in all the highest respect, Culver's, please fix your ranch recipe because it is the worst ranch that exists. I know you don't like it at all, but it's like for someone that enjoys it, how can you be so good with everything and then just...
They are very good with everything. Yeah.
Honey mustard is amazing there, though. I'm a huge
It is
fan
good.
of
I've
their
gotten that
honey
with the
mustard.
chicken tenders before. Yep.
Yeah, huge fan of their honey mustard. Center Street Days. I'm not sure if you've covered Center Street Days before.
We have not yet.
Are familiar with it,
We'll have to get
though?
that on the calendar. Is it the street fair?
Yeah,
up
yeah.
here? I think Bree and I have been to it before doing Milwaukee Uncut stuff.
Right down here. You
yeah.
know, they shut down the whole street, and it's beautiful, amazing. River West Radio is always doing something creative. 1 year, Zav, the radio manager, we were selling some sort of French pastry. I don't remember what the name was. Maybe he'll fill us in later. I almost want to say like benet or something, but
River West Radio was slinging French pastries.
yes,
Sounds very
slinging.
on brand.
Might as well be.
Might as well be.
Who was I gonna share? Oh, the something that I think is so unique to this area, the River West 24.
Yes. We have not done a video on that. That already happened? No, when is that?
That has not happened yet for this
Is it
year.
in the fall?
Summer. I don't know
Okay.
when, but that's a summery activity. So not sure when. Sauce MKE, a woman named Gianni, she has a nonprofit where she goes around and delivers free vegan meals to people on her bicycle.
Oh, that's cool.
Amazing.
We should highlight her.
I would definitely go.
I mean, we do business of the week in the newsletter in Milwaukee and too. Yeah.
Yeah, please, Gianni Sauce. They deserve it. She's been doing a lot of collabs recently with 43rd and Elite at Washington Park Media Center with Wes.
Cool.
And she's probably been there, I'd say, at least the last 2 or 3 sessions, just giving away free groceries. So amazing things. River West just has so many good people, and a lot of art bar on Burleigh, which is connected to a restaurant called Wonderland.
Sounds amazing.
I highly recommend it. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Art bars. I know, maybe I'll have to text you the list after
No, you
this.
should just pop on the show and we could do a River West must check out spots.
That'd be
video.
awesome. Yeah. I definitely could run the River West lineup decent.
Yeah.
And the culture is so unique here because it's that borderline of the north side and the east side.
Mhm.
And then you got this interesting hippie vibe, super cool, laid back. Quarters Rock and Roll Palace right here on the corner. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. So
clearly not. I need to know this.
we're gonna
area
have the
better.
show. I love it.
Yeah.
So let's take another song break. I have to introduce you. Listen, brother, if you have time Thursday night at 7:00, Nashville North. I'm Brady.
I used to live right off Brady. I am familiar with that area.
Okay, are you familiar with Nashville North too, which is fairly recent, like 2 years?
Yeah, that was
or
right
so?
when I was moving out, but I think it's actually like 4 years. At
Okay.
this
Oh
point.
wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
flies.
Time's moving on all of us.
It is. It's wild.
So Jesse Garwood, who I met here at the Uptowner. Now you know the Uptowner,
Yes.
oldest bar in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I met Jesse Garwood. They have an open mic every Monday from 7 to 10, ran by a homie named Noah the Bean. He's awesome. And shout out to Ian, who is the whole reason that I'm even here. The reason I'm at River West Radio is because of I went to a Wave Chappelle show at
Shout out to Wave.
Shout out Wave, who also had
he
a
was
show
at
here.
the Admirals game with us a couple weeks ago.
Okay, I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I mean, Wave is definitely, the leading independent artist in our city and has done a lot.
I like that guy a lot.
Yeah, amazing character. Done a lot for art here in this city and chose to come back after succeeding on an industry level. But I went to a show at Company Brewing and I got connected with this homie named Ian, who is a guitar artist and has a band and whatever. We're just kicking it and rolling up spliffies and having a great time. And they told me about this place, and I came on and I came over and we ran a series for maybe like 3 months. and then Zav came back, which was awesome, and everything just lined up how it was supposed to. But my River West radio start is really because of Company Brewing, which is now Diaspora. I don't.
Allegedly, we got to look this up on the song break so we can give it a proper.
The name of the bar, yeah. But
we haven't seen it or witnessed it yet. I think it's almost too good to be true. I got to. How do you?
No, it does exist. It does. We'll grab Zav in the radio on the break here.
Okay.
It does exist. But long story short, I met Jesse Garwood at the Uptowner open mic, and Jesse Garwood is, I would say, like the next best thing in indie pop music. And here we go. We got Jumping In by Jesse Garwood, who is playing this Thursday at Nashville North from 7 to 10. Be there.
Let's go.
Lately I've been thinking about the things we're drinking, the funny things I say when inhibitions lay low, but they don't seem as clever when I'm awake and I remember it. Lately I've been stuck on wicked thoughts of what might come after I go away, 'cause I'm aware and I'm afraid of how that used to stop me, and of the havoc it would wreak inside. Lately it's been tough here. Everything I thought I knew changing like the seasons. All the warnings and the clues playing out in twisted ways as I play this twisted game, self-aware and still a pawn in play. I'm at risk of sounding so cliche, but it just hit me that I'll die someday. So why is everything inside so terrified to live? And I might risk it all, might go insane. And I don't think that this is just a phase, 'cause I'd rather be in pain than in the places that I've been. And if I fall, well then at least I'm jumping in. Later in the night when people stay and people go, and you look around too, find a face that you might know. That suspicious feeling used to kill me, now I live for the thrill. Me and all the strangers and the weirdos from the bar, we go back to my place, drink some wine and smoke cigars as we watch the seasons change and the night turn into day. 'Cause I'm here, I know I'll be okay. I'm at risk of sounding so cliche, but it just hit me that they'll die someday. So why is everything inside so terrified to stay? And I might risk it all, might go insane. And I don't think that this is just a phase, 'cause I'd rather be in pain than in the places that I've been. And if I fall, well then at least I'm jumping in. At least I'm jumping in. Lately I've been thinking that the voices in our head might not go away, but I'm aware and I am not afraid. I'm at risk of sounding so cliche, but it just hit me that I'll die someday. So I'll be damned to waste another day afraid to live. And I might risk it all, I might go insane. I don't think that this is just a phase, 'cause I'd rather be in pain than in the places that I've been. If I fall, then at least I'm jumping in.
What's going on, y'all? We are live, 104.1 WXRWLP, River West Radio, your favorite live at 5. Interstellar Vision, Intellectual Minds here every Monday, hosted by yours truly, Silky Dot. We are wrapping up on the last quarter of the hour, hanging out with Richie Burke of Milwaukee Uncut, an amazing platform that, brother, if you can, one more time for our listeners, that amazing mission statement.
No, we are just bringing Milwaukee and Wisconsin together through non-traditional news, entertainment, and experiences.
What a beautiful, beautiful mission. Speaking about beautiful, we kind of just hit on the love story, slightly off air, and we're just clarifying the love story as, you know,
Silky Dot thought I went after one of my employees, which I did not do.
Yes, yeah. So that's clarified, and not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, that's just a very bold play by whoever's gonna do that.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, Bree and I have been together for nearly a decade at this point. We met. I was hosting a student office visit day at Marquette University, so it was at my marketing agency at the time, and she was on it. And then I didn't hit on her at the visit day, but I did think she was attractive, and we ended up matching on Tinder like 3 weeks later.
Perfect.
And then I didn't know if I should message her. She was like. '21. I think I was 27ish, but yeah, or swipe on her, but I did. I figured the only way she would know is if she also swiped, and we matched, and then fired over a "you look familiar, we should grab a drink sometime," and we have pretty much been together ever since. Went out on Brady Street, went to Balzac. I don't know if you ever went to that
Not familiar,
place.
no.
Oh, it's no longer around. That was a good wine bar right by the garage in Joe Katz and
cool.
stuff like that, but. Yeah, and we've been working together for like 4 years, and it's worked out well. It's obviously has some ups and downs, and but she's very kind and patient. I don't have the best patience, and she's very organized, and she's really talented too. Also edits a decent amount of our stuff and does all the finance and HR, and like very lucky to have her. And we did get engaged last February, and need to start wedding planning here.
I love it. Everything in its right time. Congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you.
And also congratulations on being together for about a decade, which is, a strong amount of time.
Yeah.
So a very fair question is, what do you recommend for a healthy romantic relationship in terms of the values that you have, and just not... Let's just be honest. There's not a lot of 10+ year relationships popping up right now. So
this is
how
the
do you
only
get
one
there?
I've been in my life.
That's
only
fair.
10+ one that I've been in, or very close to that. No, I think it works out well. She's such a good person. I'd say we have similar values, so we're aligned on that. Like we have some similar hobbies and interests. Not all of those are the same. And then we're obviously with each other a ton because we work together, and then live together, have 2 dogs together, no kids yet, but do a ton of stuff together, and just get along well. So I think similar values plays a good role, and getting along well with each other.
Now you just brought
and I would say like our skill sets are complementary. Like I'm good at stuff that she would have no interest doing and is not very good at, and she's really good at stuff that I'm not good at. So I think it's kind of like 1 + 1 = 3 type of situation.
I love it. I was just going to ask about, you said that there are conflicts at times. Now, regardless of if it's a romantic relationship or a business partner relationship or whatever, what are your suggestions for dealing with conflict? Which
I already told you I'm bad at that and
it's
avoid
so
them for
funny.
as long as possible.
So funny. So yeah,
I have no credibility on this subject. I mean, the good thing to do is be very straightforward and attack it as soon as it starts to arise, opposed to letting it fester, which I have gotten better at over the years. And I think, especially in business, just being very clear on expectations, whether it's with clients or employees, and giving them, clear things to do. I think a lot of people who are entrepreneurial sometimes tend to have everything in their head and not get that out. And it's something I could do a much, better job of, even today. We're a small, scrappy team right now, and we communicate so much that, and I'm lucky because we have great, hardworking people who are very talented and good people. So that makes it a lot easier as well. I don't know if that ramble was
That's
was
cool.
good or
I
not,
love
but
it. I'm all in support of just letting it flow. What are some of the improvements? So your business has grown, and I'm personally also experiencing some business growth as well. I'm really looking at myself, and I'd have to think hard on this question for my own answer because I still have areas to improve. And this question is kind of coming off the idea of like how you just said there's things that you could still be doing better right now. But what self improvements did you make, if any? What are you doing differently now than you were doing maybe 5 years ago or so with in your either in your business or with yourself that may correlate to the success that you're having?
I mean, I think where we're at now, it can be drawn back to, I think we were doing kind of just good enough for a lot of years that there wasn't a big incentive to change, and I was pretty comfortable. And it wasn't till shit really hit the fan and it was like, we have to change or this isn't going to work, that sparked that, which was in 2022 2023 when Bree and I really made those changes. So that sparked things. I think working on myself, I've just done different things over time, like I was talking about, working on my anxiety issues or my health, which definitely translates to business because running a business or starting anything can be a pretty high trigger environment when it comes to anxiety. There's just a lot going on. So mine are more kind of claustrophobia issues, but I think when I'm doing that stuff, I'm better overall. So I've kind of been on a good mental health journey since having a pretty bad panic attack 10 years ago. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm working more on right now personally, I would say.
For anybody that is working with anxiety, which I think is a fairly common challenge in today's world, and I'm actually taking this one, I think this is a really important question, is like, and, we can say, yes, it is pretty individual to each person and every person's journey is different. However, from a general consensus, where does somebody start working on relieving some of that anxiety?
Well, I'm not a licensed therapist, so I'll get that out of the way. I'll just talk about what's worked for me. I think there's certain things. So that this is not good for anxiety usually. Like, unfortunately, and what I talked about Milwaukee Uncut's mission is we try and put a lot of like positive, funny, uplifting content out there, but big tech has realized that they want to keep people on the platforms as long as possible, and unfortunately rage sells in this environment. So that's a lot of what people are seeing in algorithms, things that will trigger a response. So I think being cognizant of what the algorithm is, and also, I run a social media platform. I would still advise people to cut back on screen time. I think people are a little too addicted to this device, and trying to put some parameters around that. I'm trying to get better at that, especially at night before you go to bed, just putting your phone on airplane mode or cutting that off. I think that helps. Sleep's a big thing. If you're getting better sleep, you're just going to feel better. And I try and work out most days and do that, and just eat decently well. And then with my issues in particular, or like we were saying earlier, people just stepping out of their comfort zones, like, you feel better after you do difficult things and make it through. So like, if you have social anxiety, even starting a conversation with someone or showing up to an event, like, you're going to realize it's not that bad and you're going to get through that. Or like, I was talking about hot spell sauna. I jumped in Lake Michigan a lot of afternoons when it was 30 degrees in the water this winter, and like, it was really hard and painful to do for that 30 seconds, but I always felt really good, a huge dopamine rush getting out of there. And right now for me, it's, getting in the elevator, I feel good after doing that. I'm a little nervous and I feel good. And I think just not going fully overboard, but just trying to, get a little bit out of your comfort zone and conquer that, and just kind of keep progressing. So those are some things that have worked for me. I think the cutting back on screen time. When I do that, I feel better. I don't always do that. Exercise, eating right, getting sleep, and then, just working on my personal issues.
I love it. I have a philosophy that I call Operation APE, which stands for Apples, Prayers, and Exercise. And
I like it.
Thank you so much.
Is it eating more apples, getting more exercise, and praying?
Yeah. Just as it's exactly what you just shared in regards to taking care of your nutrition. You might not have mentioned prayer, but, just that reflection with self.
Well, I think if you're a spiritual person, that helps. Like, I'm not super religious, but I think if people are religious, that is definitely a good thing to lean into. Or even if you're not, I mean, meditation. Like, when I do meditation or breath work, like, I feel better in that regard.
I think even just making the healthier choice is spirituality, in my perspective. I was raised very religious in the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've very much so distanced myself from that and have zero desire to be a part of any organized religion. Although I do enjoy learning from their success perspectives and what I can take from it, I just have zero interest in participating in the rituals and believing that this is the only way to do something right. However, I think that just self-care is spirituality in itself. And it's, if I know that I should get off the phone, at a certain time, and I actually do it, I'm going to feel better about myself.
And I think a lot of it is we live in a pretty difficult environment right now. It's really easy to pick this up. So this is new, but I work with like a performance guy, and he made me buy a lock box off of Amazon, so you time it so I can like put my phone in there and set it for an hour, and I can't get it out. So that's been good.
Yeah, using the strategies, use the tools.
Yeah, because he said that I'm not going to win on willpower, so I need to do something else. So now I got that box up I put my phone into.
I need to do that for snacks.
Yeah, just not buying. I get pissed at Brie whenever she buys chips and stuff like that, because she doesn't understand how myself and I think a lot of men have zero self-control. If there's a large bag of chips or things like that around, I'm like, you can't buy that. Go hide it in your closet or something where I'm not going to see it. If it's in the pantry, it's gone. So optimizing the environment is needed.
I love it. Brother, we are going to be wrapping up in about the next 80 seconds. Before, if I have any extra time, most importantly, where can people stay up to date with your work?
Could look up Milwaukee Uncut on any social platform or podcast platform. We are on YouTube as well. Oh, and our email list. So we send out a 3 times a week newsletter. Milwaukee events going on, feature stories. We highlight shelter dogs, Milwaukeeans. We got our Kessler's Gem of the Week, so our Bachelor of the Week. If anyone has any nominations on that, would love to hear them. But yeah, you can subscribe. Just go to MilwaukeeUncut.com. It's right there. But yeah, we put a lot into that, and it's just like a fun Milwaukee newsletter.
I love it. It's been an amazing show, brother. I'm going to force it and ask this last question. If today was your last day and you were guaranteed not to have another breath at midnight tonight, and you were given a stone tablet to write your top 2 success principles to live the most amazing, beautiful life possible, what are those 2 success principles?
You're really difficult
that you're
philosophical
leaving?
question.
Yes,
Give
sir.
me like 10 seconds
25
to answer
seconds. Yeah. What are your top 2 success principles for the most amazing life?
I think giving back to others, if you're lucky enough to be in that position. I've got to do Big Brothers Big Sisters and volunteer at the dog shelter quite a bit over the last 2 years. Those are organizations I care about. I could have started doing that earlier, and I think you feel good